So if I could give a basic piece of advice to my future self and to people who have the same particular struggles that I do with getting projects done, it would be this. Simplify your DIY. I made myself this spindle sander. It is the most basic thing that I could throw together. And it's significantly better than the full-featured one that I had planned to build. And why is this one better than the fancy full-featured version? Because this one exists. It got finished. And the one that I had planned, dust collection and its own independent motor and its own stand and storage drawers and all that, it didn't get built. It might never get built, and therefore I'm never going to be able to use it. But I need a spindle sander to finish my next project. So this is the perfect one for me because it is the one that I have now. And it cost me like 20 bucks, but let me talk you through all of the logic that I thought through first. See, I come up with these really involved plans for a project. And with this one, I started with a slab made of 2x4s that I had laying around. I flattened the slab, I drilled a hole in it, I chamfered the hole so that it wouldn't catch on things, and I said, well, here's a good starting point. I'm going to buy some of those spindle sander drums that they sell on Amazon for like 20 bucks for a set. I'm not going to put it in my drill press. You know, drill presses aren't made for that lateral pressure against the spindle, and it can cause problems over time. So I say, well, I've got this old corded Black & Decker drill. I will build a spindle sander using this as the motor. The chuck and spindle are all integral to the motor unit, so it won't have the problem of slipping out of alignment or completely out of the motor that the drill press could have. All I have to do is take that board with a hole in it and stick this up through the middle with the spindle sander attachment on it. Simple enough. Okay, well, it gets a little bit complicated because now I've got to build like a collar or a clamping system or something like this to hold this up against the board. Okay, well, I've got to make it a little bit more complicated because I want to make sure I can adjust it in all four directions so that I can make sure that it's level and able to be leveled if there's ever problems. But I got to make sure that that system doesn't make it too flimsy so it just gets pushed and deflect when I'm sanding. Okay, well, we'll think on that a little bit more. In the meantime, I go, well, let me get a little dust collection port and I can attach that to the underside as well. It just has to be cut to fit around this drill. And then I have to build, you know, a box to put it all on, a base or legs or something to put it on. Now, figuring out how I was going to build this like whole four-way adjustment collar clamp system that was going to hold this in place, in square, not deflect, all of this was vexing me. And the thing is, it's not an unsolvable problem. There's plenty of ways I could have gone about this. The problem is that I'd added so many damn steps to this project, all for a shop jig at the end of the day, which is not the sort of thing that I'm trying to build. So now I've added so much complexity, I've added so many extra steps for something that's just a tool to be able to do the thing I really want to be doing, that I've kind of frozen and lost motivation on the project. Got stuck in that analysis paralysis problem. We revisit the drill press. The primary reason I didn't just go with this at first is because of the potential problem that the spindle is pretty much pressure fit into the drill press, and putting pressure on the side of this can over time cause problems. But when I revisit this as a simpler project, what kind of problems can it really cause? Well, it can cause this to go out of square over time. Okay, the drill press has a ton of ways to adjust for that, and I can remove this and repair that. It's not even really a repair, it's just kind of normal routine maintenance to pull it apart and make sure everything runs right. The other potential problem is if for some reason when I'm pushing on this, the spindle fell out. Okay, so the spindle falls out, I put it back in. This machine already has a table that raises, lowers, moves side to side, front and back. It can be leveled any way that I want. I can just clamp this board to it, stop overthinking the problem, and get the damn thing done. So this is my 2x4 board. Again, I ran it through the planer, smoothed it all out, rounded off the edges, drilled a 2-inch hole in it, rounded out the edges on that. I put some threaded inserts underneath where the holes are in the drill press's table. And then because those slots in the table are too large, I made some little like wooden washers, bolted it into place, and now I can start working on the banjo, which is the project I really want to be working on. So I'll see you when I'm working on building that.